Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Actor and comedian Jamie Foxx came to the defense of No Jay Simmons after sports analyst and commentator Stephen Coon Smith criticized the athlete during a rant on espn's First Take show. Smith addressed Simmons' inability to suit up for the Brooklyn Nets in their first round playoff matchup against the Boston Celtics, following weeks of speculation that he could possibly play in the series. Ben Simmons might also be the weakest, most pathetic excuse for a professional athlete we have ever seen in not just American history, but the history of sports. Smith said amid news that the former number one overall NBA draft pick would not be in the Nets lineup for game 4 later that evening. I can't think of a professional athlete that has come across more pathetic than this man. So, fair use, Zach. I'm gonna play the little coon's words and then I'll go in. I know this is an old story, but I just wanted to give my analysis. I wanted to wait till everybody got it out. I don't like to come out when everybody else does, and plus, I didn't touch on it. So here we go. We got the advertisements going first, But fair use act, fair use act. We finna see what the coon says,
Another drumstick. Eloquent explanation, and you're 1,000% right. You stole some of my thunder there because I was damn sure gonna get in on those athletes, those outfits. Mr. Zoolander is what I call him. Zoolander. You're the male model of the movie, the male model. That's what the hell he want to be. Okay, we see that, all right? But I got so much more to say. Let me say this. Notice I said Kyrie Irving is one of the most selfish superstars we've ever seen, and obviously one of the most selfish athletes we've ever seen. I didn't say the word the as in number one, because obviously he ain't got nothing on Ben Simmons. Nobody is worse than Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons might also be the weakest, most pathetic excuse for a professional athlete we have ever seen in not just American history, but the history of sports. I can't think of a professional athlete that has come across more pathetic than this man. Friday on Countdown, what did I say? They came out with the news. They said Ben Simmons gonna play game 4. I said, it's 72 hours from now.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I said, I'll wait. It's 72 hours from now. Come to me Monday, because that brother ain't playing. You know why? Because if you're gonna play for game 4, why wouldn't you play for Saturday's game 3? It's 2-0. You see what Boston's doing to your teammates. If you got anything, that's the game you wanted to be in. Not when you down 3-0. There's no way in hell he was going to play tonight. And I'm telling you something right now. As a result, there's certain facts that need to be thrown out there. Daryl Morey won this trade now. I got to stand up and be like, Daryl Morey, my bad, brother. I thought you lost.
Same here.
I thought you lost this trade. I'm thinking Ben Simmons with Seth Curry, with Andre Drummond and 2 first-round picks. You got hoes. Daryl Morey knew something the rest of us didn't. My apologies, Daryl Morey. He won this damn trade because I don't give a damn how James Harden doesn't look like James Harden in Houston. Still can ball, still can give you 20 and 10, all right, but he's not the James Harden in Houston. I don't give a damn. He could average 5 points, and he's a better product than Ben Simmons. That's how pathetic Ben Simmons is right now. So Daryl Morey clearly won the trade. Number 2, let me say this on national television to Mr. Rich Paul for Clutch Sports. You have to get rid of Ben Simmons. It's bad for business. You can't represent this dude. He don't want to play, but he want his money. Like you said, the outfits that he's wearing, the stuff that he's posting on social media. I promise you, you'll see him in LA or Calabasas. I promise you, you're gonna see him in South Beach. How much you want to make a bet his back injury it ain't gonna be bothering him then? I told y'all we still trying to find out. Did he hit a pothole on the New Jersey Turnpike? Was he getting his groove on and tweaked his hip or something? Is that why the hell he got a bad back? Don't you notice this thing about bad backs? Y'all know this as professional athletes. The back is the toughest thing to diagnose. See, with a knee, ankle, Achilles, ACL, whatever, it could be anything. The doctor can say, you're well enough. Where they can't do that is with the back. Anybody that's in sports in any capacity knows that. You can't diagnose what's going on with somebody's back, but so much, you're literally at the mercy of the player. His family flying into town supposedly to watch him play. Everybody's covering for him. He's on the bench, Molly. Green one day, orange the next, got on pink shades, looking like Zoolander and all of this other. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. I mean, this brother he'll put Fabio to shame. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is what the hell he has done. And got the nerve knowing he hasn't played any NBA minutes this year more than me or you, or Molly for that matter. Got the audacity to be filing a grievance to recoup $20 million. And he's showing up on the practice court, or he's showing up and warming up. When he didn't throw a pass. You know why he did that, guys? Because that means he still gets his money. He's a participant. He's trying. He's a disgrace. Enough's enough of this. And the fact is that this dude is robbing money and is stealing money rather. And when the NBA has their collective bargaining negotiations, and they go to the players and they start talking about pay for play because you ain't gonna be able to get this money any longer while you sitting out and refusing to play. And you can try to hold out if you want to. There's only a few of y'all that's making those mega dollars. They can talk about the average salary in the NBA is over 10 million. Well, you got cats making 50, 45 to 50 million, and then you got cats making a few $100,000. There's a huge discrepancy there. And you take away the few marquee players, and it ain't like that. You think you can sit out all you want to. The owners are coming. And when they come and they put in a Ben Simmons rule or a Kyrie rule, I want to see how supportive the players are of them. They screwed the players over, and they're costing their players. Watch.
I just want to
Call
be
it the Zoolander rule. That's right. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube.
So-
Live streaming sports and premium content. To be the GOAT.
Okay. Smith commentary was shared and broadcasted on social media and various other platforms, with many weighing in, including Jamie Foxx, the Oscar winner, shared his thoughts under a post of a clip of the segment on Instagram, deeming Smith's criticism as excessive and unwarranted. That is completely unfair. At Ben Simmons has a family. This man has people that love him. And this man just plays basketball, but to be dragged through the mud like this is unfair, Fox wrote. And why is it at Stephen A. Smith, you only go with basketball players? He continued, you are completely mute when it comes to the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers of the world. You get where I'm going. Stop it, bro. It's out of bounds.
Nobody is worse than Ben Simmons.
So this is basically what he said. And Smith addressed Fox comment directly on Tuesday editions of First Take. Jamie Foxx knows better, Smith explained. He's just highly protective of the black athlete, as he should be, because they deserve our protection. A lot of situation. Jamie Foxx knows good and damn well it ain't got nothing to do with brotherhood for me. I protect brothers all the damn time. Trust you, me. It's what I don't say that proves my protection. The Brooklyn Nets were eliminated from the NBA playoffs on Monday night after being swept 4-0 by the Boston Celtics after their 116-112 defeat in Game 4. And this is him on the show responding again. Fair use act. We got the advertisement going, but it'll be up soon, guys and gals.
Gripped the chair. Whew, it hurt like hell, but tasted so good. Another day, another drumstick.
Your strong stance on Simmons got an emotional response from your friend, Jamie Foxx, who posted a now-deleted video saying, that's completely unfair. Ben Simmons has a family. This man has people that love him, and this man just plays basketball. But to be dragged through the mud like that, This is unfair. And why is it, Stephen A., you only go at basketball players? You are completely mute when it comes to the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers of the world. You get where I'm going. Stop it, bro. It's out of bounds. Stephen A.,
Yeah.
the floor is yours, sir.
You know something? First of all, I'm going to have fun with this segment because Jamie Foxx is a friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's somebody that I have profound respect and admiration for. I think he's maybe the greatest talent in the history of Hollywood when you
Talk
consider
about range.
his versatility and his range. He and I speak quite often about sports, and I don't quote him, and I wouldn't be talking about him now if he didn't give me permission to do so. So I want everybody to know he and I were on the phone last night because he called me to talk to me about what he said and stuff like that. So we spoke. That's my brother. I love him dearly and the whole bit. But damn it, just like I tell Jamie Foxx on the phone he's wrong, or I tell him to his face that he's wrong, I'm going to tell him on national television he's wrong. That's just the way it goes. All right, that's what we do. And I would caution everybody to understand Jamie Foxx has no credibility when it comes to sports. You do know why, right?
I know, he's a
Because
Cowboys
he's a Cowboys fan. He has no credibility. No, I just want everybody to know that when it comes to sports, the fact that Jamie Foxx is a Cowboy fan, all Cowboy fans, as far as I'm concerned, have no credibility. Zero. Okay, zero. But because he's my boy, and I love him to death, I'm going to address what he had to say. Jamie Foxx knows better. He's just highly protective of the black athlete, as he should be, because they deserve our protection, to be quite honest with you, in a lot of situations. That's what this is about. Jamie Foxx knows good and damn well. Ain't got nothing to do with brotherhood to me. I protect brothers all the damn time. Trust you me. It's what I don't say that proves my protection. White folks that I ain't never criticized Tom Brady. I ain't never criticized Aaron Rodgers. Didn't I just finish talking about Steve Kerr? How about Steve Nash? How about Steve Kerr? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. When Tim Tebow was complete 46% of his passes, he works at this network. I ain't going about him. I mean, there's countless white athletes that I call out when necessary. Here's the problem where it gets a bit serious, and this is not about Jamie. Jamie and I just disagree with this point. That's my brother. But it's a big issue that I think needs to be addressed. Because this problem exists within the black community. So I can't talk about all I'm talking about is black athletes. First of all, that's false. Secondly, I'm only supposed to be complimentary. I'm calling out a Kyrie and a Ben Simmons because of their impact and effect on the black athlete. When you go to the collective bargaining table and they use them as an examples to try to minimize their contribution to players, that's about those players. That's not just about them. That's about the black athlete. If I sit up there and I take a position on Colin Kaepernick because I'm talking about how you didn't necessarily strategize appropriately, I'm saying that I wish you had. I wish that you had embraced the support that everybody threw out there on your behalf when you were being blackballed unfairly by the National Football League, which I've articulated on many, many occasions. But we are talking sports. And your performance on the court or the field of play, that's the void of race. You do what you do. If you don't perform and you don't get it done, you don't get it done. If you shoot 2 for 20 and you look like straight garbage, I'm supposed to look at your ethnicity and say, well, I'm not going to say anything? No. You're supposed to call it. When you sit up there, when you ain't getting the job done, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, when it comes to the personal, that's different. Because there's a lot of things that go on in our lives on a personal level, in our lives from a community perspective that ain't for public consumption. That's different. But what you do on the court or what you do directly to impact the play on the court matters. Kyrie Irving chose to take his individual position and it cost the Nets this season. They are home right now. It ain't even May. I'm going to point that out. bless you. Because people said when you was on the court, your effort was lackadaisical, and you got blown out in the NCAA. So we get all of that. You go to Philadelphia, and you don't want to show up. It was mental health issues, and then you get to Brooklyn, you smile, and suddenly it's not your mental health at all, it's your back. And then when they sit up there and say, well, you're going to be available for game 4 on Friday, and I'm saying game 3 was Saturday. Why would you be available Monday, but you can't be available Saturday? It makes no sense. And I called that out. And I said, he ain't going to play Monday. Watch. And sure enough, he proved it. And then his agent and his family and himself going to show up in Brooklyn. And what is their explanation? It's mental health again. I thought it was his back. See, it's all over the place. What I'm saying is, when you point those things out, and you talk about how egregious or pathetic it is, that's it. It is what it is. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. Live streaming sports and premium content.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
Because I was tired of hearing that crap. Now, Stephen Coon Smith talks about, oh, well, you don't keep the same energy. You didn't keep this energy for Aaron Rodgers. You were done in one day with Aaron Rodgers, and you weren't even that harsh about Aaron Rodgers. You didn't even go in how you were supposed to go in. All Jamie Foxx was saying was the double standard. The double standard you have with Tom Brady and all the white athletes. You guys ain't even brought up the Chad Wheeler situation when he beat his girlfriend damn near to death. You were quiet on that. You don't criticize white athletes the same way. Cole Beasley was one of them who didn't even take the googly moogly, but yet you were dissing who? You were dissing Kyrie Irving the whole year. But Cole Beasley didn't take it. Thibault didn't take it for the Sixers. Oh, I know why. Because he's a superstar. So because he's a superstar, that entitles you to tear him down and criticize him when that's something to do with life or death. There are people who've taken the googly moogly and they've died because the ingredients that's in there is harmful to some people. Some people their body isn't able to process that. But you won't understand that because you're working for massa. You went all these years talking about Kwame Browns and talking about the Anthony Bennett's and everything, but you ain't mentioned them as much as Kwame. But you didn't say nothing about Adam Morrison or Darko Milicic. Why you never called them out? Oh, I know why. Because they white. You don't keep that same energy. Same as these fanboys on YouTube and on Facebook, all these groups. It's easy for them to call a black man weak or soft or ussy and all this stuff, but they'll never say that same energy to a white guy. They'll never say that to a white guy. And you know what their main reasoning is? Oh, man, there's more black athletes out there. I don't give a damn. What they got to do with anything? If you guys see winning time, right? Magic Johnson's team advanced to the finals, right? Larry Bird and them lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. But yet they still were saying, Larry Bird is still Rookie of the Year after Magic actually did more than he did that year. Elevated the team, got an aging veteran, gave him some more life on the court, probably extended his career like 7-8 more years till 89. Kareem probably was almost out the league in about 3 more years. But he extended it. But they don't talk about that. Stephen Coon Smith loves to keep that energy. He went at Kevin Durant and Kyrie because that's the media's job. But I ain't see y'all one time blame LeBron James for anything. LeBron James was terrible on defense. But yet you criticize AD, you criticize Westbrook when Westbrook had the best second half numbers of anybody on the team. He elevated his play. You didn't talk about how LeBrownies didn't go over there and be a leader and help his guys out by elevating them. As much as I talk trash about Cupcake Durant, he at least was out there whenever he could play, out there doing his best to try to win. Apple Pie Kyrie, same thing. But yet, you don't keep the same energy when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers lied about taking the whole thing, only got suspended 1 game. Only got suspended 1 game. When he bold-faced lied to everybody. But it's okay, it's Aaron Rodgers. Then you're going to bring up Tim Tebow. Jamie Foxx didn't say Tim Tebow. Stop deflecting. Because that's what you were doing. I've talked about Steve Kerr recently. Who give a damn about a Steve Kerr? We all know Steve Kerr ain't nothing but a substitute teacher. The guy who runs that team is Draymond Green. Draymond Green runs the team. He's the one that got everybody right. He's the one that implement the plays. Jordan Poole has become the best player on the team. Steph and Clay are the aging veterans. They're doing the same thing the Spurs did when they had Kawhi Leonard. Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker. That's your modern day Draymond, Steph, and Clay. They're aging now, so Jordan Poole is the new guy. He's the Kawhi Leonard now. He's the guy doing everything now. Scoring the bigger buckets. The game is moving better and faster with him. But you don't keep the same energy with Brady or Rodgers. But you'll go with a punk like Kerr. Tim Tebow, we know Tim Tebow couldn't play. But the one thing Tim Tebow could do, he had leadership. Tim Tebow didn't play well because he wasn't in his system. He's a hurry-up offense quarterback. The same offense that Jim Kelly was running, the hurry-up, they would get into the line fast, running it on guys, having defenses breathing hard. But you don't know nothing about football, so I'm not going to go over your head. Ben Simmons, I've been said this about Ben Simmons at LSU. You media are the same ones who hyped him up to say he was the best player since Magic or LeBron and all of this stuff. But now all of a sudden you want to criticize him. Why is that? Oh yeah, LeBrownies probably gave y'all the go-ahead to do it. Yeah, y'all go ahead and talk about him. I don't want to deal with it. Because I know that's what happened. Because you guys just don't diss clutch players like that. Then you guys were dissing Westbrook the whole year. LeBron James ain't get one blame at all. And then you got his fans out here saying, y'all want to blame him for everything when the dude don't get blamed for shit. I ain't never seen LeBron get blamed for shit but by Skip Baseless. That's it. Shannon Guzzler, Not So Sharp, Stephen Coon Smith, all of them. Richard Rainbow Jefferson, Kendrick Don't Know 2 + 2 Perkins, all of y'all. Stick up for this guy, but don't criticize. Then when Kendrick 2 + 2 Perkins finally said something, he got that call from LeBrownies, and he ain't do it again. So, Stephen Coon Smith, I don't take nothing he says, or Nick Wrong, or Chris Broussard, Chris Brussels Sprouts. That's what I call him. And then we call Nick Gonzo over here. I don't listen to what they say. Because when Brandon Marshall was on the show, Brandon Marshall used to give it to Nick Gonzo. Because Nick Gonzo ain't shit. He ain't nothing but a fanboy. First he liked Kevin Durant, saw that wasn't getting his career nowhere. Then he started talking about LeBron. He started getting some doors open. And then now he's where he's at. Because he was kissing LeBron's ass. Then you guys only want to talk about Giannis. Stephen Coon Smith disses Giannis. For what? Giannis is a guy who came from nothing into something. He did it the right way. You guys clamor about staying with one team, winning it for your team, and winning it for the team you're with. But yet, you guys praise LeBron more than anybody, and he done hopped on more teams than everybody. Kevin Durant do the same thing he do. He the villain. He weak. That's the way the media has made this. Stephen Coon Smith has made it this way. No Hairline Smith never answered what Jamie Foxx said. You deflected everything Jamie Foxx was talking about. You actually proved Jamie Foxx right, you idiot. God damn, you stupid. Do you understand that he just proved a point where you admitted you didn't talk about Brady or Aaron Rodgers. And stop bringing up Kaepernick. He's a fake. That's Capper fake. He ain't no righteous dude. He ain't no leader of the new cause. We don't need no leaders. We are our own leaders. But this dude, Stephen Coon Smith, is a company man. He's a company guy. He took a jab at No J, but just 2 years ago, you was calling him one of the best players out there. He just don't shoot the ball. If he work on that jump shot, your exact words, if he works on that jump shot, then man, he'll be the best ever. Out of your words, Coon. But now all of a sudden, you hate on, now y'all want to dig up all these Louisiana State University articles, LSU, excuse me, and then you want to talk. Ben Simmons has always been like this. You guys just don't want to say nothing because he was protected by Clutch Sports. But now Clutch Sports been getting so much backlash, they got to have him blame him now. They like, look, man, Rich, man, just had the media talk bad about him. To keep all the pressure off of why the Lakers ain't make the playoffs. And I don't want to hear that LeBron sat out. No, LeBron James forcefully sat out. He didn't sit out for nothing. Then you go and judge the man by his injury. You just said that anything that's impactful to the game, if Ben Simmons has a back injury or mental health he claims, they have to take that seriously. Because if they don't, he can sue them, you dumbass. It's the same thing with Deshaun Watson. Y'all like, well, Deshaun Watson has to answer. He has to talk about what happened. No, the hell he doesn't. Because you know why? He didn't go to the court. He wasn't charged, you idiot. They threw it out. And the civil suits don't mean shit. That's just somebody can make an allegation against you and sue you. Somebody could come to you, Stephen Coon Smith, and say, you ain't sucked my stick right with your soft ass. You'll be like, I don't suck none. I don't do that. Well, 23 people said you do, so we're filing a civil lawsuit because you weren't sucking stick right. And they can sue for that. Yo, I can see Stephen Coon and they're like, oh, this is preposterous. I never would do that. My ass over here at the prosecution. Yeah, you did. You were sucking stick. You were sucking stick. All 22 or 23 of my clients said so. But I'm just trying to let y'all know, I'm not giving Cupcake or Apple Pie any passes. No, I'm not. But my thing is this. Why don't y'all keep the same energy with everybody? Ticket TV talks real harsh about Cupcake and Apple Pie. But he has a right to, because you know why? Ticket TV keeps the same energy for everybody. Even though they stick ride Jordan too much, him and Too Raw, but them two brothers keep it fairly honest about everybody. But my thing is this. Why don't you keep the same energy with the white athletes? You didn't say nothing about the antics of Aaron Rodgers this past season. You and Rob Parker Coon ass were over there defending him. And that is a shame. That's when I just said, this is how it's been. This is how it's going to go. I guess that's just how it is, huh? Look, No J. Simmons he's always been a fraud. He's always been a fraud. VT Simmons. Vaginal tear Simmons. That's him. Does he have mental health or any of that? Doesn't matter what I believe. And all this is allegedly, by the way. It doesn't matter what I believe. It's about what you can prove. If he proves he has mental health issues and he proves he has a sore back as well, Stephen Coon Smith, then he can sit out. I don't know why y'all expected him to come back. I'm like, bruh, he's not finna play. I agree with C-Pen. C-Pen, like, I don't see him playing ever again. I don't either. But honestly, Brooklyn Nets still won the trade because they got those draft picks and they're going to build this team back up. It don't matter what Cupcake or Apple Pie do. They'll be fine after they leave because they got Cam Thomas. They got all these young guys. And I would go and I would build that team up again. And I would have fired Nash, but they're not going to do it. They'll probably fire him next year when they start off bad because they're going to start off bad. Cupcake probably going to get hurt down the line somewhere or Apple Pie, and then he'll come back later and they'll be down they'll be like 7th or 8th seed probably. But we'll see what they do in the offseason. But Stephen Coon Smith doesn't keep the same energy. I agree with Jamie Foxx, and you still didn't answer Jamie Foxx's point. You just said, oh, I just did Steve Kerr. Who the hell is Steve Kerr? Everybody know he's a substitute teacher. That's all he is. He's a substitute teacher who benefited from Jerry West building the Warriors and Mark Jackson putting the players in position to be better. All Steve Kerr did probably, I feel, was make Draymond the point guard. That's about it. Other than that, Steve Kerr didn't do shit. His coaching staff is the one that's doing something. Kenny Atkinson is great with player development, a la Jordan Poole and all of them, taking a bigger jump this year. Mike Brown, good defensive coordinator, great at calling, great for defense, knows how to get the defense together. Him and Draymond have that fire. Draymond likes him more than he liked Kerr. None of the players really like Kerr but Steph Curry and Clay. But all Kerr is a management of personalities. He's just doing what Phil Jackson did, and defensively and the adjusting, he learned that from Greg Popovich. So, but it's funny to me how Steve Kerr wasn't getting any criticism last year or the year before when the Warriors were stinking up the joint. But yet, you'll criticize a Dwayne Casey for having a mentally weak player on the team, just won Coach of the Year, and you didn't have his back. But you'll brag about Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse just got exposed again. Those guys do not like playing for Nick Nurse. And I'm telling you now, Nick Nurse is I'm telling you, he's not going to last much longer because it's only so long that talent can keep hiding the deficiencies of a terrible coach. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, go to the description box, hit that link in the Cash App. That'll take you on to my Cash App, and you can donate whatever you like. Whenever we have a live or a premiere video, you guys can super chat. Thank you guys for listening. We out. Deezy.